Why do you feel like there is so much you can do when you clearly know you've done all you could do in this very moment? Why do you feel like you're behind? It's because you're comparing your life with someone else. You're comparing your chapter 3 with someone's chapter 10. You're definitely going to feel like you're behind. There is no two ways about it. Comparison is a thief of joy. Comparison will not only steal your joy, but it would make you depressed. It will make you feel like your own achievement, your own progress is not enough. That is why you feel like you're behind. Not because you're not doing more, not because you're not doing what you're supposed to do, not because you are not at the very moment where you're supposed to be at, but because you're comparing your life with someone else's life. We are all on different paths, we are all on different journeys, we are all on different, in fact, we're all on different frequency. I didn't want to use that word, but that's the truth. We are all on different planes in life, we're all different human beings. I feel like because we are all human beings and we look alike, we go through different, the same, almost same experiences and stuff like that. You tend to compare yourself with people who look like you, people who come from where you come from, people who are doing the things you're doing, forgetting that even if we have the same circumstance, we're still not the same people. We experience things differently. We go through things differently. We process things differently. We're not the same in our faculty, for lack of a better word. We're still different people. We're still different human beings. So comparing yourself with other people will definitely make you feel like you're behind. Especially now in this era of social media, where everyone posts their highlights, they post their achievements, they post their wins. Listen to what I'm saying. They're posting the good parts, they're posting the better part, they're posting the finished products, the end products. They won't post the struggles. They won't post the late nights. They won't post the times where they don't even know what they're doing. They will not post the times where them themselves they were also comparing themselves to other people. They won't post anything else that is not the end product or the highlights or the achievements. And then there is you who would not put all these other things into account. You're just going to see the highlights, you're just going to see the post, you're just going to see it and you're like, wow, wow. You start feeling, oh, you start comparing yourself like, that's so unfair. You're downplaying your own achievement, you're downplaying your own life, you're downplaying your own experiences. Because believe it or not, you're not stagnant. It's not like you're not doing anything. You're doing things, but you're doing it at your own pace. You're doing it based on who you are. I mean, you can't come and post, okay, today I made a great decision, or today I created boundary, or today I chose peace over being angry, or you can't come post all those things, but those things are also growth. Those little decisions you make, those little moments of, better decisions that you made during the day, during your week, during you know, your experience, those are growth. Those are even the most important because these things shape you, they shape who you are, they shape who you're going to be. And you can't compose those things. And just because these things are not celebrated publicly, that doesn't mean they are not growth. Okay? So you neglecting your own journey and comparing it to someone else's is a disservice to your own life, to your own experiences. I'm not saying you shouldn't consume those kind of content. I mean, you can consume it, but don't consume it and compare yourself. Consume it. You can see it as a, don't like, you can just see it as motivation to do better. Because no matter anything you're seeing, it doesn't just happen like that. There are a lot that comes into making something a success. There are a lot that goes into it. A lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of money, a lot of tears and hard work, if possible, that goes into making something perfect. So just have that at the back of your mind that yes, you're seeing something so perfect, but there is a backstory to it. So you're not behind. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. You're exactly where you need to be. So trust your process. Trust your process. Because your process is where character is built. Your process is where your story is built. Your process is where you gain character, you gain momentum. It's where you become who you're supposed to be. So if you don't trust your process and you go ahead to compare your process to someone's finished work, of course you're going to lose motivation. You're going to feel like you're behind. You're going to feel like you're not doing enough. But that is not the situation. You're exactly where you need to be. I'm talking to those that are actually doing the work, oh, not someone that is actually behind. Use your discernment. Sometimes you're actually behind. You can be behind if you're not doing the work. You can be behind if there is nothing that you're doing. You can be behind if you're just already consumed and you've already absorbed everything on social media that's just keeping you paralyzed and not doing anything to actually move or to you're not doing anything at all. That is you being behind. I'm talking about those who are constantly putting in the work, putting in the efforts, doing the best they can do with what they have at the moment. You're not behind. Trust me. Just keep doing these things little by little. You would see yourself. You will look back and be like, wow, I've actually grown. I'm actually not where I used to be. I'm actually not where I was last year. Like, the only way you can say these things is if you continuously keep going forward and doing better and choosing better. Okay? Don't get discouraged. Don't get depressed. Don't slow down. Don't do what your enemy wants you to do. Because, like it or not, feeling like you're behind is a trap. And once you fall into that trap, coming out of it will take a lot of motivation, a lot of self work, a lot of pouring into you. And some people don't have people to pour into them. Some people don't have people who would, bring them out of this trap or break this trap they are in. So that's how you just keep getting in and in and in and in. And because you're in, you keep exposing yourself to more things that keeps you there. Don't fall into that trap. Do not fall into that trap. Try your best. If you are already in that trap, find a way to come out of it. Come out of it. God, let me come out of it. I was about to start praying for you right now because some things actually need prayers. Like, prayers can be very efficient right now. Pray and come out of it because that can keep you stuck for years. It can paralyze your efforts. It can just keep you in a kind of mental trap that you would not believe it. Years will be passing and you're still in the same place. Why? We are comparing your situation to someone's finished work. You're thinking you were behind. You're thinking you were not doing enough. You're looking down on yourself and you just all right. Next is just I want to bring age into this because sometimes you feel like maybe you're too young, you're too old for some certain things. But it really doesn't matter. Time is nothing but a number, actually. Time is nothing but a number. Because I'm going to give a literal example. Someone can become a millionaire by 22, and then another person at 22, you might now be looking at a person who's a millionaire at 22 and be like, why are you not a millionaire at 22? Am I behind? Am I not doing the same right? You can put yourself under a self pressure instead of you to just maybe if you know the person, celebrate with the person. If you don't, just keep going on your journey. Because who knows? Maybe in your books, you're supposed to be a millionaire at 30 or at 35 or at 45. There is really no cap to these things. We are all on different paths. We are all going through different journeys. Comparing yourself will hinder your growth. Comparing yourself will kill you faster than anything in this world. You're not behind. Trust me. Just walk your path. Just do what you're supposed to do. Someone can get married at 23 and you are 32 and you're not married and you are like, no, no, maybe your husband is actually building himself, waiting to meet you. And when it happens, it will happen miraculously. It will happen so amazing. Like it will be the most amazing thing you can ever imagine. Don't go and rush and marry the wrong person because of pressure, because you're thinking, oh, you're supposed to marry by this time. Wait. Nobody died due to lack of marriage or lack of a spouse or something. Maybe in your books you're supposed to marry by 35. And maybe there are other things you're supposed to even be doing before then. So locking your mind to the fact that you're not married yet and hindering the progress or hindering yourself from doing the things you were actually supposed to do. Just enjoy life. Don't tie yourself to expectations, societal expectations, in fact, if I can put it in that way. Allow yourself to live your life, okay? What will happen will happen. Just do what you see. Will you marry yourself? There is no husband, there is no wife. Why are you using it to hold yourself back or hinder yourself from doing certain things? Live your life and do what you're supposed to do. When the time is right, it's going to happen. Okay? Extrapolate this to any aspect of your life. It can be anything. It can be a job. You probably didn't get a job early in life. Maybe at 23, 25, 27, you're still looking for a job. And someone just got a job immediately they got out of university. I mean, come on. Maybe in your books, you're not supposed to be have a job. Maybe you're supposed to be a business owner. Maybe you're supposed to build something. Maybe you're supposed to have a different career path. Like open your mind to the possibilities of different things happening in life. Because another thing that can hinder your growth, another thing that can make you feel like you're behind is because you're attaching your expectations to an outcome that is probably not written in your books. Like you're putting your mind into something that's not supposed to be yours. You're expecting something from your life, from your growth, from you, which is never yours to begin with. So explore new things, explore new ideas. If something is not working for you, explore things while you're still waiting for that thing to happen. Because another thing that can keep you trapped is you holding yourself back, waiting for what you are hoping would happen should happen. When in real time, you're supposed to trust your process. Okay, trusting your process, right? It's like you're alive, you're not dead. There are things you do every day, there are things you do on a daily basis. So, trusting your process can be as easy as doing the best possible thing you can do every day with the resources that you have. Making the right choices, doing the right thing, researching on the right things, like just like maximizing your day to the fullest potential. That can be trusting your process. It doesn't have to be some miraculous thing. We only have one day at a time. So that is the best you can do. The best you can do is to use that day wisely, maximize its potential. Don't get distracted so much doing something that really wouldn't help you, because I mean, one day at a time, right? If you spend all your day online not being productive, maybe dumb scrolling or just consuming content that would actually make you feel less of yourself, is that you trust your process. The process should just be looking at you and you're looking at it. Oh, there's a content creator I actually watched just yesterday. And she was like, don't just trust your process, you should befriend your process. And I think that's something I'm going to apply in my life moving forward, because I trust my process. Like I am more of a trust your process kind of person. But from today is what? What's today's date? Oh shit, I think today's 26th or something. Yeah, I'm going to start befriending my process. So I'm just putting it as a timestamp here so I can know, if anything changes. Befriending your process. Let's be friends. Sorry. Okay, back to what I'm saying. Trust your process. We all have different processes in life. See now, the kind of content I watch now, the kind of my FYP, my explore, my social media actually empowers me. It actually teaches me new things that I don't know before. It actually helps me open my mind to things. Like I am actually on my social media. It's like I'm in a field, a pool of information, of educational content, like of motivational content. Like my social media is just a pool of, like there's nothing I can bring me down, distracts me so much. Like there's nothing that would affect my mental health, my financial health, my feel like there's nothing that can harm me on my social media. That's because I built my algorithm brick by brick. So you can also build the algorithm to, you know, to your taste. Because if you don't, the algorithm will just be filled with things that don't align with your values, don't align with your dreams, don't align with your goals. And like it or not, we almost spend most of our hours on social media. Then imagine being fed with those kind of content that has nothing to do with where or what you want to do with your life or where you're going to your life. Of course, it's not helping you. Of course, you're going to feel behind. Of course, once you are back to reality, nothing has changed. You're still, maybe the content you're consuming is even what is even making you feel like you're behind. You don't know. So now it's like a win-win situation for me now. Even if I say, okay, let me go to social media to scroll and while away time. As I'm doing that, at least the content I'm feeding myself with are actually empowering content and not content that would drain me or make me feel some type of way. So you're not behind, okay? You're genuinely not behind. You're seriously not behind. Truthfully, I don't know how I should emphasize this enough. You are not behind. You are not behind. You're not behind. But if you still feel like you're behind, with all I have said, just try to align yourself back. Like it is never too late to align yourself back to your path. Align your path, align your habits, align your goals, align everything which you in your life to align with the path which you are trying to work on, and go with it. And make sure that your desires are aligned with God's plan. Make sure that what you're doing is aligned with God's plan for your life. Because I mean that's an added advantage, because there's a grace connected to your God-given um plan for your life. So if you are walking on that path, combined with the grace of God, ah, I mean, can you fail? How can you fail? You cannot fail. You just keep going. You just be receiving things that will keep you on that path. You'll be divinely guided, divinely protected, divinely directed, divinely secured. Like everything will just be going smoothly for you. Because why? It is God's plan for your life, and you're being obedient by walking that path. I mean, you're eating your cake and you're having it. So, with all I have said, I hope it helps you in one way or the other. Okay. Don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe, and to share it to someone who you are suspecting that the way this person is moving, this person is trying to fall into that trap. Send it to that person, or send it to that person, please. Please. Thank you. And God bless you. Bye.